around, let's check out this 2024 Ford Expedition Limited that I have as my rental car here in Detroit. As you can tell, it's quite snowy and gross, and this thing has been pretty awesome in it, so I figured I'd do a short video on it and check it out. All right, so let's check this out. We get LED reflector headlights, along with LED fog lights as well. You can see the parking sensors here, down in here. This does not have the 360-degree camera. We have these 20-inch rims here. They do look pretty good. Since it's such a big vehicle, I personally like bigger rims typically, but with a lot of sidewall here, it does do a really good job of having a pretty good ride. We do get power folding mirrors. We get the side step right there. Lots of chrome bits on this limited version. You can see on the door handles, on the roof rails, on kind of this little piece right here. It kind of goes up and down. Coming towards the back. So we get these unique looking LED taillights. They have a pretty cool kind of 3D effect in them. Kind of hard to tell on camera, but you can see kind of like this piece right here and how it kind of sticks out. Most of the elements are in here, so this is like the brake light, reverse light, turn signal. Coming around. We don't get any nice exhaust tip or anything like that. We just get this kind of hidden away one down in there. See rear parking sensors as well here. Then this is a rental car, so it's from Georgia. Let's go ahead and pop the hood on it. Taking a look underneath the hood, we have the 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine on this one. With this being the limited, it does not get the higher output version. This one is 400 horsepower and 480 foot-pounds of torque. Lots of power. Feels really good. It's very peppy. Has a good sound to it. And overall, a pretty good engine in my opinion. Overall, just looking at the exterior here, it is a pretty clean design in my opinion. It is being redesigned for 2025. So this is kind of the last. This one was redesigned or refreshed, I believe, in 2022. The last full redesign being around 2018. This rides on the F-150 platform, but is built at the Super Duty plant actually. So down in Kentucky. See this one? It's a little rougher. It's missing its center hubcap right there. And a decent amount of scratches and other things like that, which after taking this through a car wash for the video, it definitely is a very big vehicle. And yeah, kind of fitting in the car wash is pretty tight, so it's probably more prone to scratching and other issues like that with this. This is not the max version, so they do make one that is even bigger, but this is not that one. Go ahead and check out the rear. We do have a power liftgate. And then back in here with these seats being down, get a decent amount of space. If you are back here, there is a 12 volt right there, along with a USB regular style port. Another one on the other side. Here we have that 12 speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. And then our controls for putting down the rear seats. And the third row will come back up. So if we look, it is power to come back up. We get just one LED light back here, and a little bit more storage under here, the jack and some other stuff like that. With the rear seat up, this is pretty small. If you did want more space back here, you'd probably want to go for the Max Edition. We do get a power tailgate as well. Let's go ahead and check out the back seats. We can see we do get the touchless key entry. It's not showing up. The touchless key entry back here as well, so we can lock the car and then unlock it just from the back. Opening up, this is this mahogany leather trim. It's kind of a brownish red coloring. We can see our Bang & Olufsen speaker right there and there. Then air switch. Hopping on in. This is a manual seat back here. And we get, looks like we do get forward and back. Good legroom with the passenger seat sitting about medium. We can see down here we get a full household outlet along with heated seats and our own climate control back here as well with the fan speed and the actual temperature itself. And then over here we can see we get two USB-Cs and nice little place where it calls out what car you're in. Expedition. Two more cup holders right here. Mat pockets on both sides. And these fold from the back, but they do not go up from the back. In this one, we do have this panoramic sunroof, which is very nice in order to kind of open up the cabin a little bit, be a little more airy. Let's check out that rear seat. If we put that seat up all the way, I can fit back here, and being at 6'4", that's a pretty good accomplishment. My headroom is very compromised, though I'm touching my head to it. And then we can see we get a couple controls right there, a couple cup holders. They only get one cup holder, so this side's a little more fun. But that's about it for the back seat. Let's go ahead and hop in the front seat. Here are our mirrors. They are power folding, which is a great feature. We have the secure code access key here. Ford's kind of going away with that on a lot of their products, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm not sure if the 2025 is announced with it or not. Taking a look at this front door panel. We have some nice looking leather trim here. This is lightly padded. This is padded as well. The rest of this is hard plastics, and as you can see, with only 26,000 miles, this is quite scratched up. You have that Bang & Olufsen sound system. Power memory seating with 3 stages, which is pretty, a lot of cars I've seen these days have been going to 2, so 3 is pretty nice from that standpoint. We do have our mirror controls here, and then our power window controls as well. Lots of storage down here, a couple cup holders, and plenty of other storage. Looking at the seat here, we do have, these are the 8-way power adjustable seats with power lumbar as well. It's just one level. It doesn't go up or down. It just comes out or back in. And then taking a peek here, we do have a fun little Easter egg right there. Then we have our controls right here for the trunk, our headlight switches, our power adjustable pedals, and then our parking brake there as well. And lastly, before we get in, taking a peek here, we do have power adjustable for the steering wheel as well, which means that that will be tied in with your memory seats, which is a nice feature. Shutting the door has a solid sound to it. For the rest of this video, I will be doing a voiceover, so it might be a little mismatched. My microphone actually stopped working and recording. Getting into it, we have that this does not have a heads-up display. You do have to step up to the higher-end trims for that. It does have the Bang & Olufsen sound system. You can see there branded, as well as good storage up here. It is hard touch plastic on the shroud and most of the dashboard, but soft touch where kind of your finger points would rest with nice stitching. We also have kind of a differing wood trim here. It clashes just a little bit, but overall it does look pretty solid. Coming here, we can see that to open the glove box, we have kind of a 2-piece to it. We have the top piece right there. It's a little hard to shut sometimes. But once you get it shut, we also have a lower glove box as well, which is a nice size. It's kind of similar to the F-150s here. You can kind of tell that they're built on the same platform. As nicely is not lined with belts or anything like that. We also have a 12-volt power charger right there. We have the 12-inch display, not the 15-inch that comes on the bigger ones. I personally like it a little bit better in this application due to all the physical controls that you do get. You don't get those. It's all built into the screen on the higher ones. And it doesn't really have a ton of use outside of that. So I personally like this smaller display. We can see here, it also is not 4-wheel drive, so you have a little coin holder to the left of that. Now, talking about all of our controls here, we do have the auto stop start off, the hazard control, and then we also have the audio controls there, as well as our climate down below. We get heated, cooled seats, as well as a heated steering wheel. And then we do get the little displays, the temperature readout on those dials as well. Moving on down below, we have the wireless charger down below, along with a couple USBs, USB-C and USB-A. And then we also can see, also when I was using this, the wireless charger did not work very well. I got it to work maybe once, and then the second I hit a pothole, boom, my phone moved and it didn't work anymore. You can see here in the middle we have a dial rotary shifter. It doesn't feel super substantial, but it is pretty quick to use and kind of switch in between those. I did notice a delay sometimes when switching from drive to reverse. Now going through the different modes here. We have quite a few different modes there in the middle, just kind of rotates through, and then plus and minus for the transmission, as well as how to turn off our parking sensors. We also have where it is a sliding cover for both of these compartments. We have the rear cup holders there. And then inside of the center console, it does have a small light there, just massive. You could fit a full laptop. You have the coin holders here that she's pointing out. It's absolutely massive and can fit all kinds of stuff down in there. Organizationally, all you have is that one little tray. It might be useful if there was some other storage compartment stuff there that can come out just to use that space a little more efficiently, but overall, super usable space in general. We can see here we do get some sunglass holders as well as all of our power moonroof controls. We have how to move the shade forward and backwards, as well as turn on the lights, and then also the actual sunroof itself. Here we have the garage door opener first, and then opening that down, we do have a dually lit mirror there. And then some nice grab handles as well. And now talking about the actual steering wheel itself, had a good grain to it, good feeling. Looks exactly like the F-150s. On the left-hand side here, we have all our cruise control. We do have adaptive cruise control with stop and go. You have to push the little button in the middle to start it up after you've been stopped for too long. We also have our volume up and down, as well as triggering our voice assistant. It does not activate Siri. It does do the sync, if I recall correctly. Other side, we have our forward and back track buttons, as well as our interface buttons for the screen there in the middle. Just kind of going through it real quick. Let's click on the menu. Going down through this, we have the My View, Trip, Fuel, Vehicle Info, and Towing. And then we can navigate with those other buttons. We can see our trip information, the digital gauges on top of that, and then a bunch of these different screens as we go down through here, as well as a pretty easy way to configure My View with all of these different screens that you can show or choose to not show. All right, we can see our tire pressure, trip information. Those are the main ones that I was concerned about. And also, we only got about 16.4 miles per gallon. It was not terribly efficient, but it was cold outside, so kind of makes sense. You can also see we have our analog cluster here, which was slightly refreshing to see. I haven't used a vehicle with that in quite a while, along with the center screen. I had this in my 2021 F-150, and it's a good setup. We only have one stalk in this vehicle, which it's for the fact that we don't have or that it's based off the F-150 where you could have a column shifter, but putting everything on here instead of doing the turn signal on the left stalk and then all the wiper controls on the right stalk means that you don't have the quick little kind of pull down to just swipe once, which I missed whenever I had my Bronco and F-150. Overall, I would say that this interior is very functional, usable, and just hits a lot of the major points home. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.